Here we go. It should be going. Good morning. I am higher vibrations, and so are you. And even though it says that it's setting up, usually it's wrong. And I end up sitting, here we go. So now it's telling me it's on. So yeah. Anyway, welcome everybody. Thank you for finding us again. I know that we went live a moment ago and it was not exactly as we planned. So we're thank you for coming here and helping or and finding us again. So anyway, today's conversation is going to be amazing. We have a lot to cover. And as you all probably know about Elsa and I, you never know where it's going to go, but there's a lot of topics to kind of touch on. So you get comfy, maybe get a cuppa and join us with this conversation. I will be paying attention to your comments, by the way. I just won't be able to put them on the screen in this format. So today's guest is, oh, my dear friend Elsa. I love her so much. She's my friend from down under. She's a family of 10, full of contactees, all kinds of heightened awarenesses. And I'll go to Elsa and she'll know she knows all these like natural healing methods. She can tell you what's going on in your body and how to solve that. Like it's not like it's talking about the fact that it's Tuesday. It's not even a big deal for her. And it's always so much fun to see how much code comes through in our conversations. You never know what we're gonna talk about. So I just want to say thank you, Elsa, for coming and welcome. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for restarting for me. I'm very grateful.
Of course. Of
Yeah,
course. Oh, I should hit record. So I forgot to do I don't see records in the other thing.
there's so many more buttons.
Of course, I'm glad you could come. Like, whatever format it is, as long as we're able to have this conversation, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny, like when you think about it, they keep trying to say this is too old. You've got to upgrade, you got to upgrade, you got to upgrade. And what's interesting is that I'm finding technology is having to upgrade with us now.
Yeah.
Like, saw a few of your posts through the week, Neela, and you were going, yep, YouTube's just been turned off by a solar flare or something. And you were saying that you survived it, but none of these apps did. I thought that was really cute. And so, um, yeah, as below, so above, it's actually happening to them now.
Yeah.
They can't keep up
Yeah.
with the energy. And can you see? It's kind of cute, right?
It is. It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
listening
it
while
just,
I'm posting this so people can find us.
oh,
I'm not ignoring
I'm
you.
not.
Yeah.
What the thing is that it's, it can't always be one way.
Yeah.
It has to be the other way. Otherwise, the other way doesn't work. It has to be, and the ones who are kind of, I guess, running it or puppeteering it, they know this.
Yeah.
They have to somehow, Mila, they have to know this because what if if you know that you have to have yin and yang, but if you only have yang all the time and yin doesn't work, so
Right.
there's no point. Creation, there's no point for creation, so it's not going to work.
Right.
It sounds kind of screwy how I'm talking about it, but what I'm saying is, as much as horrible stuff you see in the media and the news and devastation and floods and drownings and dyings and horrible things done to, animals and children and food, it has to be the other side as well. Otherwise, it can't work. So there must be great beauty, there must be beautiful people. It's just they're not going to advertise it for you. You
Yeah.
have to just know they're there.
Right.
That's like part of your job, sort of thing, like our jobs. Not that it's a job, but our roles as star seeds. We've got to know that we're a star. Because
Right.
if you're not, you're giving all of it over to there.
Yeah.
It's but they know that, so they need ones like us.
Wait.
The whole thing's weird. It's weird. I have to say, it is weird.
You're right, though. I mean, and you said a couple of th several things that were really on point. Like, first of all, what is the di which one's pull and which one's push in yin and yang? I always forget.
Oh, yeah, I'm positive. I thought yang was white and yin was black, but I have trouble counting, so I'm not gonna.
Uh,
I just count up to eight, just so. Um, yeah, so, but yeah, so that it's interesting, right? Like the whole thing is, I don't know, it's bigger than our almost minds can even imagine.
Yeah, yeah,
But even then saying that, someone must have imagined it. So, because it's been created, so
right.
it's possible. Actually, I'm just going to say a really good sign we had. Richard and Jerry came home from fishing yesterday, and we were out on the boat, and look what we saw. And I'll see if I can post a little video up. They said a black swan.
No
Yeah,
way.
it's pretty rare. They're kind of very shy. So, but this one black swan came in front of them and like did a dance on the water and spun around and then flew off, like did a show for them.
Yeah.
And um, just the way that Richard and Jerry came home and said it. And then the other thing we've been getting is big grasshoppers everywhere. And it's like we're going to be leaping ahead with what we think is impossible as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, I kept getting
Grasshopper
this.
play.
Hey?
That's grasshopper play. Like play, like
Oh, they
having
want to. Yeah. Well, grasshoppers are like, I'm over here. I'm over there. You can't
fun.
catch me. That's how I always see grasshoppers. So, yeah, they are. They're so playful.
Yeah.
And you just think you can get close enough and then they go boing. And it's not always like a little boing. Sometimes it's quite like for their size, they can leap big.
Some of them have wings. They can go real far.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm getting, look, I'm getting a good feeling about it. So,
Yeah, me too.
yeah.
That's awesome. And the swan symbolism too, in that black and white. It keeps going back to this symbol that happened. Uh, when I discovered this thing that had happened, it had been 666 days since it had occurred. Um, and it was the 66th birthday of somebody who was being arrested in the British Crown stuff. Um, is that it happened at this in the same area. But the two horses that they really highlighted in this story that popped up and into my awareness that it had occurred 666 days before. Um, one of the horses was white and one was black, the ones that were like really loose and running.
Mm,
And there's other stuff about that I don't feel like there's a great need for us to dig into some of the intentional symbolism that was put there, perhaps, unless you feel that that would be something that would be useful. But isn't that interesting? You brought up the black and the red, the yin and the yang, because
mm,
that's how I see it too. The yin and the yang, the push and the pull, and the white is the moon, and then the black is the sun. And so if this is true, then that's the white is the feminine and the black is the masculine. And none is better than the other. It's not like black doesn't mean bad in these examples. You know what I mean?
mm. Yeah. Well, that even so they say in the Torah or the Ten Commandments, judgment. So judgment is on yourself. Judgment's on everything because you're labeling it. I
Right.
mean, I mean that's what they lay. Everything's so labeled. But did the grasshopper go? I just did a Kazemi jump 2.6. No, that was a Kazemi jump 2.7. Like he doesn't label it.
Yeah.
He just does it. He goes, I don't know, I just did a big jump. Like it's like when you're driving a car.
Yeah.
It's You drive it, and you're almost the car drives itself to the shops because it's been so many times. That's why I always say the car, I don't drive, the car's driving itself. It knows where to go.
Right.
Um, and I don't mean automated either. I mean just you just naturally are doing it. You're in the flow.
Yeah.
And this is when you compete with any sports, you need to be in the flow. When you're doing artwork, you need to be in the flow.
Yeah.
You're being a creator. Even when you're driving your car, you're in the flow. So you're a creator. You're creating the drive.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
cute, right? I
It
like
is.
it. It's nice. And this is what the animals do. They don't label it all. And it's almost like when you label it, and this is a big topic that's been coming up, is you cap it. So
Right.
I love because Dr. Joe keeps wearing his cap with the big H on it. It's like a Stargate hat. every time I see, every time I see the Stargate hat, I go, "Oh, it's happening." So yeah, and I spoke about it with also with Adam's interview, and they've got a few others. And you know, it's all about a head, or the like. If you're capping something, then it's like what Maddie said. You lose your colours because you've got your collar band on here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I worked this out through things that Maddie did. So this is a collar band here. So we have ant, collar band, wolf down below. And this collar band has stopped us seeing cones or new cones that we're going to get or receptors to see certain color light. So if you cap it and label it,
Yeah.
you're being mined. By
Right.
whom? By whom? See, it
Right.
sounds like I'm going dark. I'm not trying to go dark. I'm just trying to make a playful, simple, because it explains all your symptoms as well, Mila.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's been fascinating how many people are noticing the throat chakra being affected right now. And
Oh, yeah, that's what you said
yeah,
before we came on.
yeah, you and I were chatting privately for a second.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And there was two different people that I've talked to in a private way, and I'm not sharing anyone's but this is something that
Private parts.
right. But there was literally like this something covering here, meaning like it looked like a piece of armor that, and it wasn't a bad thing. It wasn't even like a nefarious thing. Someone placed it there to help that person to protect them, but now it's blocking them. Like it's kind of like still trying to use training wheels on your bicycle when you're 37. Like, or I'm not, I guess age doesn't
Yeah,
matter there, but like you've
yeah.
been riding it for decades, you know?
Yeah, they get in the way more than anything, the
Right.
training wheels. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because it's called collar band or a color band, right?
Yeah, that's what I got from it too.
Yeah. So when I think of a band, I think of a rainbow. So it's a spectrum.
Yeah.
But when you stare at the rainbow, you can't, there's no actual line.
Yeah. That's
It's
right.
like emerging. So they're even trying to label a color to separate it when really they all just merge into. So I guess what a rainbow is now telling me is that like we're all one. We are all one. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
That's what that's what the rainbow's saying. The rainbow's saying I'm not 10 different colors.
Right.
I'm not sapphire blue and da 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 da. You know how you go to the paint shop and it's got like 1,000 different names. It's not all that. It's all of the colors,
Right.
which is
And
what we
that's
just said.
valid.
It's the yin and the yang. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, no, it's valid.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
you, dude, you're talking about something I have in the background here. I'm gonna put a picture up. This is crazy. Have you seen today's sun?
No.
Now you will. Check this out. This is today's sun. Um, and there's a lot of things to see here in the sun. First of all, lot of energy opening up here and going to us, but you can see a couple of things. One of them, right in the middle here, you have it looks like a baby dragon
A
or a fox,
kangaroo.
kangaroo. And you have a
We've been,
man or two eyes,
yeah.
eyebrows. Here's
Oh
the
yeah, I
mouth,
see him too.
right? And it doesn't look like an unkind face. It's there's definitely some energy roaring our direction though, right?
He looks like he's smiling.
He does. He's like
I've
sides.
got he's got a kangaroo on his nose. How can't he be happy? It looks like a dog man type thing.
Yeah.
Dog man. So we knows it. Whether you like it or not, you knows it. Um, wow.
Interesting.
Oh, that sun's a great pic. Thank you, Mel. I haven't
Yeah.
seen that today.
You're
I
welcome.
was too busy trying to work out StreamYard.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. That was a lot. I find this to be really super fascinating because, I pulled out this book. You started to talk about animals, and I
Oh,
can't help
yeah.
myself. My book is getting to be so demolished, but I'd already
So,
planned
Mila,
on.
in that book, only because the other thing we've had here is, um, I think they call them pods of kangaroos.
Mm,
Even that's weird. Why would you call kangaroos a pod?
yeah,
Because that's a dolphin. So
yeah,
now they're saying sea pigs. So they actually, to call something what another species is, but they don't call it on the other land. It's not. Do you know what I mean?
uh-huh,
There's a correlation here, or they're giving us a clue. It's like
yeah.
they have to give us a clue, and we we've been here for 3 years and not really any kangaroos. All ever since Atlas, it's just Kangaroo City. Like it's just well,
Really,
yeah, and they're happy with the dogs. They don't mind the dogs, and Dingo has a funny bark. He's the cutest Dalmatian, but he's got a goofy bark and it's really deep. And the kangaroos, like you can just see them, they just twitch their ears. They're not phased. They go, don't worry about them. They got a few crazy spots, but they're fine. Like they're not scared.
yeah, yeah.
And usually these animals are so timid, like they see a human, they're out.
Right.
These ones are like, oh, look at the kids. There's the kids riding horses again. Like they're hanging around. Like they're coming right up to our house.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like I thought one was a giant cat, and I kept like squinting my eyes, going, "That is a weird looking cat." And it was
Yeah.
right near the clothesline. I come
Wow.
up and I'm going, "What type of cat? Which cat's that one?" And I realised it's a
That's so
kangaroo.
funny. I'm having the same thing happening here. And other people are talking about this too, where like the animals don't seem skittish around people anymore. And
Oh,
like
oh,
at first I noticed it with myself, but I mean, I guess I'm kind of a little bit of an egocentric person. I assumed that was because my frequency
yeah.
has changed. Like I've raised my vibration, as it were, right? And brought forward and however, everyone seems to be having this occurrence. Like animals are coming in my house, animals that you would think are wild animals, I guess, Like but the
They're
favorite story is
coming.
the skunk, right? The skunk. And it's so shocking because I'm sitting here like doing computer stuff. And I feel this real soft, like very soft to get up against my bare leg, like the tail rubs up against me. And my first thought was, when did we get a cat? And then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a skunk and it's rubbing they purr. They
Oh,
purr. And it had come in my house and come all the way in and was rubbing up against my leg. And it's like you don't want to pick him up and kind of carry him outside just in case. Yeah, I don't want that in my that spray. But like that was one of the most recent stories though. That is my favorite story because it you have to go through quite a distance through my house to get here. So you have to like walk through this room, then this, like
they're so smart, right? They're so smart.
yeah.
So you had a stinky cat.
Yeah.
Well, he's black and white, so they in cat that's supposed to be the highest intelligence because it's a color thing. It's got nothing to do with the breed or the species of the cat.
Right.
It's interesting though that you said he was acting like a cat because Pepe Le Pew, that's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, right.
And like he just comes in casually and that's so
You know
amazing.
what? Had me look at that picture of the sun again, and I know where I've seen that little guy. That's a character in uh um
It looks like a
Nightmare Before
character, right?
Christmas. What was that?
It looks like a character you've seen on
Yeah.
films.
It's
Hmm.
the character that's the ghost dog. The dog that's a ghost. And it's Jack's dog in The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Wow.
It's like a stop animation.
That character though is in quite a few other things as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it I well, you know how they go on about sightings of the dogman, how it's being really big, and in Australia they call them they can merge from yetis to bunyips. I love saying bunyips, such a funny
It's
word.
a fun word.
Uh, but a bunyip is a creature. Listen to this, Mila,
Okay.
because it could flip over to dark information, but we're not going to go there. We're going to stick with bunyip. Bunyip is a mythical indigenous animal, or so-called animal, but it's got lots of different body parts on it. Now you think of
Oh, like a
platypus
platypus.
and the echidna, yeah. And so we've always, Mila and I've always said that they kind of try everything out here first, which
Yeah.
they did with the floods and the bushfires.
Right.
Yeah. But I think this has been going on for a long
Yeah.
time. Yeah, so that's why a lot of the species of creatures here, like you guys don't, well, I don't think you have kangaroos over there,
We
but
kind of do. Kangaroos are deer that have been to prison. We
oh yeah,
decided that because they have this kangaroos look like muscular deer.
yeah. Yeah, well then, well it comes back to, I I believe that that's our DNA. That's how they stood us up. That's
Right.
why they call them the greys. So we've had the greys.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, but
That
people
is.
go, oh, that's just coincidence. I go, really? You
Yeah.
have a look at us as a baby and a kangaroo, you start looking at the
Yeah.
dynamics and our chromosomes and everything. Because kangaroo is half dog as well. Yeah, it looks like a
Right.
dog. Yeah,
And then there are
but
all
it's
this
got
stuff about Dog Star. It keeps coming. Sorry, what was that?
yeah, but then the kangaroo is how they got us to have babies, which is a big deal with kangaroo because of their pouch.
Yeah.
Because they have 9 months, a 9 month, I think, as well. Yeah, it's very yeah. And I
Fascinating.
found out about that through Kangaroo Jack, the movie. I found out actually it was you said to me the red cap prophecy.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
The it's the Hopi prophecy. It's from the
Yeah, they said the
Hopi.
red cap one will come. And as soon as you said that to me, the movie Kangaroo Jack came about. So if you're remote viewing the future, right,
Mm.
uh, or having visions, and you're Moses, you don't know how to explain everything in the future. Like it's
Right.
hard to explain technology in the future. Like there's no way you and I would have explained Instagram when we were at school, Mila, because we wouldn't even known what a phone was. How do you
Right.
explain
Yeah.
a Zoom or internet if there's no computers invented? Are you getting this?
I am. You actually opened up a can. You keep
A can
finishing.
of worms.
Yeah.
So if you're the Hopi and you're in other lands, but you have visions of a movie of Kangaroo Jack, but you don't even know what a movie is.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So to you, a movie is real because you're seeing visuals, right?
Yeah.
and it looks like it's playing out, but it's not because it's a movie. But you don't even know such a thing is a movie. You
Right.
just think it's real life. So you prophesized of a movie. And they go, no, Hopies don't do that.
Right.
Hopies only do prophecies about this stuff, not that
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why I always laugh at people. How can you say that they're not talking about now?
Right. Right.
Do, do, but
Yeah.
people just like it all stitched up and really nice, and they go, "Oh no, when they have prophecies, it's about this sort of stuff. It's not about that stuff." But to prophesize about anything forward is where we're going, or what's about to happen, or what's happened just recently. You know what I mean? Like, how
Yeah.
can you go, "Oh no, it can't be about that." It's just like
Yeah.
so. That's why when you said the red kappa thing, I'm listening to our astrologer in 1997 telling me that Jack will be a great healer, but I really don't understand how he's healing. It's not invented yet.
Right. Right.
And I
Exactly.
feel like it was because the movie wasn't even made.
Right.
So this astrologer is reading our stars and the birth of us and the maps of us, and she's saying Jack will be a great healer, but I don't understand how. He's not using his hands. That's what she said.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
how do you heal without using your hands? You just be. So, he doesn't have to do anything, Jack, our son, because it wasn't that. Do you know what I mean? It was more what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's the information that unfolds. That's going to be the healing. It's not the hands.
Right. Right.
It's a very multi-dimensional, sort of very layered, what I just talked about, and it does screw with your head. I'm just letting you know. You might need some you might need chocolate salt. You might need the whole lot.
Yeah. I
Because it's
mean,
taken me a long time to understand, but I'm just saying, thanks to Mila and her being open and sharing information with me, helped me to understand that.
wow. Yeah. And it's back to the Bible again. This says it straight in, it's in the book of Matthew, but it's in everywhere, a lot of different places where it says when two or more gather, magic happens. Like, and that's what we're doing. You're all participating. The more the merrier, too, is also something we all say, right? And when there are a whole bunch of us are together, when we congregate, we are then intentional creators, able to see beyond the kind of autopilot style creation. And, we were talking about this where we get suggestions of what reality maybe we're going to create right now. And we, not knowing what we're doing always, will create the reality of the suggester. And sometimes the suggester is a capitalist driven individual or some other type of control mechanism, right? And it's about what we choose to click. If we click the idea, the thought that pops into our mind that is low frequency for us as an individual, then a new algorithm of the universe will be formed. That's why then it takes 21 days to get that habit out of your way of being. Um, and just so is these kinds of conversations, allowing yourself to see the code, like what Elsa, like you just told everybody how that was done. Like
Yeah.
that type of conversation is not mainstream format for socializing,
Yeah, it's
right?
really going to screw up the internet. So, with this type of way of thinking, well, was I trained to do it? And I don't know. Did I train myself? I honestly don't know. But I think it's more. I'm going to say come back to the allowing,
Yeah.
allowing, and I go, oh, and not. running with mainstream. And so I'm okay with that answer and that answer.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that answer and that answer. And then I pick which one feels the nicest or the feels the funnest or feels the friendliest. And I go with that. And it just seems to work out, Mila. But everyone around me, like okay, I don't know what's been happening for you, Mila, but for the last 5 weeks, everyone in the family as well have been telling me I've been doing the wrong thing. You're doing it wrong. That's not how it's done. You're making, creating trouble. You're creating discomfort. And they said, why are you doing this? And I said, because I see a light, not at the end of the tunnel, but I literally see this as the way, and I can't ignore it because I know what happens when I ignore it. It kind of stings me a bit.
Yeah.
So I kept sticking. It was like I had to stick to my guns about it and become the black sheep again in the family. And boy, as soon as the fire horse kicked in, Mila, it
Yeah.
all just went my way. Like it just went bang. Like it wasn't even a little bit, it was a lot.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if you had the same
Oh,
duration
heck yeah.
of time. Was it like, because it was like it was like before Christmas, just before Christmas. It went
Yeah.
like a stagnant almost.
Yeah. I described it as that part in the elevator. Like if you're coming down from an elevator, like I'm almost 47 and I still am that person that jumps in the air, like at the end, because that's not that I've been in one recently, but, you know, um, and that place where you're up in the air is what it felt like. That
Mm.
part of the elevator where you're like, when are
Yep.
we going to land? When are we going to
Yep.
stop? Be in this
Yep.
new place. And
Yep.
then
We
there's
should.
still that delay. You have to wait for the freaking doors to open. It's like ding, and then it's like, okay, open.
You can do it. You can do it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's it really has felt like that. And you know what was the interesting part, which comes back to a horse, is it was called in astrology a stellium, which we spoke of, I think we spoke about privately, and a stellium is a stallion, so it's stalled ions, stalled ones. So in astrology, they're telling me the horse is coming, but it's stalled.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
And yeah, the horse is coming, it's stalled, but anyone knows if you've got a stalled horse and you open it and it's not a very trained horse, if you just open the stall, what happens? You
right.
have to get out the way because the door will squish you. It's just going to go bang.
That's actually a phrase that people say is that if someone's trying to be more subtle, I guess, and their fly, like the zippers down, they'll say your horses are getting out. You left your stall open.
Oh, that's a good one. I've never heard that one before.
No? Yeah, it might be a Utah thing.
Yeah, well, the horse I this year for horses for us is just being it's just one thing after another. The
Yeah,
people we're meeting through it, and I really feel like um I feel like it's the horse community and dog communities that they just so love their pets. I love how they say fur mums and stuff. They so love their pets and cats that enough's enough, Of all the stuff going on, and these people are so loving of their pets that it's creating shifts in them.
right.
Mm. Does
And that,
yeah, or even birds. People who have birds. I've got a lot of lovely people who have birds. Yeah, a lot of people that have animals around them. It's like the animals are going, all right, Come on, we got you back now. Like and even you said the wildlife. Wildlife's going. I'm just heading over to Mila's. she's going. She's got a podcast on. I'm just going to go over to Mila's, and next time the skunk's going to bring his whole family.
Yeah. Never know.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not just you don't even though it feels very alone and it isn't a lone process to allow, you're not. More than ever, you are you have so many people you can connect to. And I know a lot of people are living on their own or on in their own home or you sometimes can be in a big family and feel alone. I know that feeling.
Yeah.
You are not alone. There are so many people awakening now that there's someone you can go talk to and and get it off your chest.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's really what we're supposed to do right now. Like, I mean, that's the biggest. It's World Pangolin Day right now, by the way.
That's a and I reckon Dr. Joe invented that one. That's so long. I can't even spell that word.
Yeah, it's very strange. It looks like a dinosaur for sure. It's like an armadillo.
Oh, it's like an animal, is it?
Yeah, it's an animal. Here, I
Oh, I
should.
thought it was a medical term.
Yeah. Let me
You
pull
have
up
Pangadella disease, and I'm like, wow, really?
it's
What's that?
pangolin.
Oh,
Here,
pangolin.
yeah, let me put this is just okay. This is just the internet. You guys are seeing my computer, but this is an image that I just popped up when I typed it in. So, like, it has kind of a armadillo look to it,
Wow,
but
he looks like off Stargate.
isn't it cool? Let's see if there's
You
something.
know the robots that come through in Stargate?
Look at that tongue, dude. Oh
Wow.
yeah.
It could be a kangaroo with no fur. And
And
give
then
him
he
some
rolls up like an
ears.
armadillo.
Oh, look at him. He's a
Oh, you know
spider.
what? I remember this. I'm gonna turn it off. I remember this a handful of years ago. That was I homeschool my daughter, and so we go through down all kinds of different rabbit holes of different things about that kind of thing. And she became obsessed with this creature at one point. I've forgotten about that. Because it actually has the strongest skin of any species on the planet, according to what we were researching back at that time. The
So
scales are
why?
like dragon scales.
Wow. It's armor.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Like an anteater. Right.
yeah. I can't say it because they're awake.
You know what? I was actually thinking about ant before when you were talking about grasshopper because when I think of grasshopper, first thing I think of is that cartoon
Movie.
from my childhood of like the
Mm.
grasshopper that didn't do any of the work and the ants were like, "You better spend some time collecting seeds." He's like, "No, I'm gonna play all day."
Yeah.
But if
Mm.
Elsa says ant out loud, then her children will spray her with a water gun that you
Yeah,
spray
I've
a
got
cat for
like
training.
I'm outnumbered. Well, it's early morning, so it's cold water, so I'm not going there.
So,
Yeah,
can I highlight something about horse real quick before I get? I've had this open for a little bit. I would love to bring it up.
I'm sorry.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Yeah. I'll be
Yes.
quiet for a while. I'll drink my coffee.
Well, just for a second, it's really fascinating because, well, to begin, for anyone wondering, actually, I don't have my camera up. I don't look at myself. I look at Elsa. So, make sure you guys can see it. This is the medicine cards. It also, I don't use the cards themselves that often, so the cards are in much better condition than the book. Um, and anyway, this is the totem of the different animals, and horses a really powerful, in fact, it's called power. Hey, it's 212 on 221. Um, and it's 55 degrees. Anyway, is that in this totem example of what horse is power. The counting cue would be you would go to one tribe or another and like take some of their horses to kind of have that um Though what I find to be the most powerful part about reading in this particular book is it talks about each of the four horses. It talks about the horses of the four directions. And so you have the black stallion, and the black stallion is the void where the answer lives. And the dream walker climbs upon the back of the black stallion to know the power of entering the darkness and finding the light. And then the dream walker um, moves forward and finds that yellow stallion approaches and is offered to take him to the east where illumination lives. Dreamwalker could share the answers he found there to teach and illuminate others. And so he did. And then approached the red stallion, rearing playfully. He told Dreamwalker of the joys of balancing work and heavy medicine with the joyful experience of play. Like we're always talking about how important play is, and that's the red one. Many people will take red as like, oh no, scary, but it's actually that's telling us what grasshopper tells us. And it's been brought up over and over again. We need to play. When you play, when you do something, any whatever it is you're doing, if you involve play, it will always be more powerful, especially in spiritual healing, spiritual kind of stuff. And so, as he reminded Dreamwalker that he could better hold the attention of those he taught when humor was integrated with the lesson. And then lastly, Dreamwalker was nearing his destination, and White Stallion came to the front of the herd. Dreamwalker mounted White Stallion's back. White Stallion was the message carrier for all other horses and represented wisdom and power. This magnificent horse was the embodiment of the balanced medicine shield. No abuse of power will ever lead to wisdom, said White Stallion. You, Dreamwalker, have made the journey to heal a brother in need, to share the sacred pipe, and to heal Mother Earth. You have the knowledge through humility that you are an instrument of the Great Spirit, and I carry you on my back. I carry the needs of the people as you carry them on yours. In wisdom, you understand the power is not given lightly, but awarded to those who are willing to carry responsibility in a balanced manner. And lastly, if we consider, most of us think about art using paint and how to make balance is not mixing all the colors together. That's how you make some kind of a black, where instead we're talking about light. Soul is light and water combined. And so rather than allowing for that consistent that we've been living in, that separation of all things, that prismed nature of the light, when all prisms, when all fractals return and unite, you have balance, and that's white. And that was a partially transmitted message. So that's true, though. And that's what white is. White is balance, right? And in order to be a complete, healed, balanced person, one must accept and be able to integrate all colors of their own personal rainbow. And so it's not just black and white, but every color in between, right? I'll let you talk now. I can see that I made you have you
Okay.
notes.
I've only done one whole page. So it's pretty powerful because the four horsemen are couple of four horsemen. It's also the four humors. This was healing before language and religion started. They would use the four humors, and that's when they came into the wet ones. That was our label. We were called the wet ones because we're bodies of water, and so you had the four wet things. So it was bile, blood, yellow, like liquid from us,
Yeah.
and then you had the other one that I love is Felgum. So which is
Yeah.
as I cough.
Yeah.
So black is bile. So to be black is to be lack. Now, to be lack is to be without, which is we without light, right?
Right.
But it sounds like when you're saying I'm without something, the word lack in our understanding of the word lack, you think it's a bad thing, but lack is leak. It's the milk of the mother, memory glands.
Yeah.
But you have to be able to allow the milk to come through to feed the baby
Right.
because I don't know if you're a guy, you probably won't know this, but when you go to breastfeed, and this is one thing that I found very frustrating in the beginning, the milk, even if the baby's crying, sometimes the milk won't come out. You actually have to relax and let it come out.
Yeah.
And I would be trying to do things, and the baby would get louder and louder, and you get tighter and tighter, and the milk just doesn't come out. You actually have to stop what you're doing, allow, and then the milk comes out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, can I just go completely off topic?
Yeah.
This is how weird Australia is. So, so in Australia, we shift up here, and then I find out we're pregnant with Jeannie, and they have this bird here where we live, and it's called the cat bird. And so I'm just inside cooking, and Jeannie's not born yet, and I go, "Well, what the hell's that noise?" And I kept saying, "Shh, can you hear that?" And it sounds like a newborn baby.
Oh, ha 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 ha. I know what you're gonna say.
So I run down to the forest checking for a newborn. Someone's left a
Yeah.
newborn baby somewhere, and this went on for quite some time until I spoke to one of the old farmers, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's the catbird." And I was like, "What?" And they said, "It's a catbird." I go, "It sounds like a baby." I thought I was getting a ghost. I thought it was a ghost.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Jeannie came out. So we got Jeannie, and then the catbird would go off. Well, I was
Right.
like those robo bots on Austin Powers. So every time the catbird would go off, my boobs would shoot out milk.
Milk time.
Yeah, but I wouldn't need to even have Jeannie crying, and the catbird goes, "Watch this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
hear that story
Anyways.
with baby goats a lot too.
Oh,
The
really?
baby goat will, if they are a kid, that's what they call a baby goat as a kid. And it
Yeah.
does. They have strange qualities similar to humans. Teeth and the teeth is always what gets me. It's like, man, you
Mm.
look like a person.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
they do
know?
look. Yeah. They sound like kids. Like when the baby goats come closer to our fence line, I'm like, Jeannie's calling me. And I go running out, and they're all out there chewing the cud,
Yep.
just
Yep.
like looking at me.
Yeah, I
All
struggle
right.
with that too. I was always running out. I gotta show you the picture because I did find the card. This is the card for horse. And it just from this medicine card that I use. I typically will pull out the book instead of making using the cards. I don't use the cards that often because these animals come to us naturally. Like you
Mm,
were saying before, I think everyone's having these experiences like you were also mentioning. And I love that you had that fun quip of that story about how the world around us interact with our bodies and tell us something important. Did I
mm.
cut you off? I just realized I might have cut you off. Were you in the
No,
middle
no,
of
no.
something?
I probably cut you off. We get so excited, don't we?
I know.
Um, well, I was just saying. So I'll go faster through it because I
Oh,
sort
please
of
go.
said that story. So the black one is be lack, but lack is actually the flowing spring. So lack isn't lack. Lack is actually once you get over the word lack and realize that's just that side over there, you're just allowing something completely new in. Like you said, they allow nothing to see the new light.
Yeah.
That's black. Then you have yellow, which is call low. So you get the calling, but then you got to embody it or ground it. That was the yellow horse. Then red stallion, you said, is to play, but um, red is reed, so it's to play a flute.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
I
So
was,
that's reed. So it's the core or our chakras or the trunk of us. Yeah.
yeah.
And then the last one, which I love, is white, which is the high memory gate.
Mm.
It's a high memory gate of the ones, but it's also allowing the new guys in, the ET intelligence.
Yeah.
That's what light is, which is spirit or ether. And then you go back to then you have to go back around to the black to allow the new information, which is what we've just done with Atlas, because who could decipher that Atlas? It was tricky coming through in our bodies. It was like I was walking around like this for a few days because I
Yeah.
was like, my body's having a hard time letting this information through. Obviously, I've got other things stuck in me. It's taken a bit of a journey to get it through my body, and I still don't know if it's all. And in that time frame as well, the peak of it, Mila, when Atlas was going past, a lot of the other beings fell back. It was like the field of Atlas
Yeah.
kept them at bay while he was coming through. It's like it's something I'd seen out of Star Wars, and they've got the big mothership coming through, but all the
Yeah.
other ones just
The
can't get
scouts.
close. Yeah, yeah, like they're just off the side.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it had passed, our girls have been out watching stars. I'm getting phone calls from Gigi. Everyone's going, "What's going on?" They're coming like it's like the big one's gone now, so now they can come back and all play, and all the little
Yeah.
ones are coming in.
Yeah. I've noticed that too.
Yeah. And I was like, it's like the because Atlas isn't creator, but
Right.
Atlas is one of the old ones.
Yeah.
He's one of the three, and he's come through, and he doesn't care about our gravitational pull because he's doing his own thing, and you just move out the way, basically. That's why,
Yeah.
like, a few people were saying, "Oh, it's going to crash," but that's impossible because its force field's so big, it would just continually push us.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe it's pushed us off that alignment.
Well, guess it actually did do this. Okay. Real this is that when it happened, science remarked on it, and we're like, what?
Is this a science thing? Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah. That's when science says something, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah, because it,
They,
it's like,
they, even when the scientists know these things are happening, a lot of them don't want to say because that's gonna like that's career death, to a lot of
yeah,
them,
yeah, yeah, that will,
right?
there goes their certificate. Just
Right.
gets ripped
Yeah.
off.
You're not getting the Nobel Prize
Yep, you
or
have
whatever
just
it is.
lost.
Right. Um, Anyway, on its way to the sun, passing us, then when it got to Mars, it moved Mars out of its normal orbit. Now, I'm not saying that it changed into an elliptical orbit or that kind of change of orbit. It is now orbiting closer to Earth than it was before, and it's stayed that way. It moved it aside, but as it was approaching Mars, everybody's like, it's going to hit Mars, it's going to hit Mars. And then when it got over there, the way I interpreted it when it happened too is like the mom walking through the living room and there's like a Lego and she just kind of pushes it over with her foot and keeps going with the basket of
Yeah,
laundry, you know? And that's what it did. When it got to Mars, it just pushed it aside and kept going, with the laundry. And
yeah.
what else is happening right now at this very moment that we're talking? We're once again in the debris field of what was left behind by Three Eye Atlas. The,
Yeah, so you got so we got the debris of Atlas, right?
yeah,
But then I think you got all the like all the
yeah,
ones, yeah, because they like Atlas.
yeah.
Like
How they,
Atlas's
how it
energies,
gathered
yeah,
around
like a fish, like a big whale, and all the other fish are hanging around the whale because they know,
a
because the whale
school.
brings the krill. Yeah, like a school. Oh,
Because the white is the
yeah.
teacher. Remember to
See,
teach, to illuminate.
yeah, yeah. Wow. And and you could see it going around the sun, and it was funny because a few things passed across the sun. And I always felt like those ones were that it was like one of the littler ones on the side going, "You go past, go on, you go past, I dare you, you
Yeah.
go past first."
There
Like,
you
you
go.
shoot across our atlas. Because they're like, oh, they're like, high five, he did it. Like, you passed.
Yeah.
But he's the big gun, and I just felt like they were almost, I felt like it was very playful how they were
Yeah.
coming through, and the visuals that were coming to us from Earth that were playful. It didn't feel like this big doomsday thing or an apocalypse. It actually felt so playful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. It was the things that was what cheered me up through this stallion or stalled one's face
Yeah.
because, you know, to continue for when you don't mind getting told it's your fault, you're wrong, you're not following suit, blah blah blah. It's okay, you can handle it one day, then you can handle it 2 days, you can handle it 3 days. And this is what sends everyone crazy in a Mercury retrograde, is when it starts going longer than a week. You
Yeah.
get to the end of your like
Yeah.
you're like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. That's enough. I'm not. I'm not
Peace them
talking to
out.
anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
and it's thank you, Cherry Kitchen. Jupiter will pass, or excuse me, 3i Atlas will pass Jupiter on March 16th to the 18th or so, just before the equinox.
oh
So
wow.
yeah, and this is something else. Did you guys hardly or hear this? I I'm always reading the comments while I'm talking, so sometimes I'll
I
throw
know.
someone else's word in there.
I like it.
Um, is when it started to people started to know when it was going to get to the to Jupiter, people started to scientists were remarking then they're expecting it to come back. I don't know why. I don't know what science changed in there, but a lot of scientists were saying we're expecting it to come back like right after it leaves Jupiter's orbit. So I don't really know. I haven't heard anything since then, but it circles us right back to this also. We had a conversation a little while ago. We were messaging to each other, and you said Black Beauty, and when you brought up Black Beauty, Black Bounty. Um, I don't want to quote you if that's if unless you want me to,
No, you
because it was a
can.
private conversation.
You can. Yeah, it's
Okay,
okay.
you said Black Beauty, Black Bounty, Gidget Horse from Little Hawk, Sweet Spot, and I don't know where that came from, but inside me, I was like, well, butte, I think butte means black in a different language. So I looked it up, and the answer I got led me down this rabbit hole. It was wrong, but it led me down a rabbit hole that I needed to go down. Just like the Oracle and the Matrix, she says, "You're not the chosen one, kiddo. Have a cookie," and it turns out he is. She needed to say that to him so he would get to choose and to do the things that was needed by the chosen one. Same concept. Anyway, that happens to a lot of us. This rabbit hole brought me down was that in Yoruba, I'm probably saying this language incorrectly. Yoruba, Yoruba, they don't have a word for black. And I was like, oh my goodness. Remember, we've talked about many cultures not seeing blue. And because they didn't see blue before, there wasn't a word for it. There wasn't a word for blue. And if there's not a word for black, that to me implies the same thing.
Oh, that's the name of one of the hills here,
What?
Yoruba.
No way.
It's one of the biggest. They call it Taraben as well. It's the high. Taraben means the highest part of the pyramid. It's Benben. This is where I saw that huge bird.
Oh, really?
The huge bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the Jabiru?
Wow.
Yeah, the Jabiru's not meant to be here, or maybe it was here and he's come back. This is
Right.
called also a shoebill. He looks like a human.
Yeah, those are cool. With a really loud beak.
Yeah, but when so a shoebill, they also call it an ox head, which is the name for a dragon. This is
Oh,
this is they call this all these lands here the ox head.
What?
It's whale. It's whale ox head. That's what I'm saying. It's showing us through the animals and the different timelines of the animals. It's saying it's the same. It's the
Uh,
same. It's the same. And it's because I'm understanding these different languages. Like, look at that. I mean, imagine seeing that in the paddock. This bird, by the way, is bigger than Richard and Jet.
Yeah, I saw a picture a
Like,
minute ago of somebody standing
if
next to
I,
it.
if he came up to me and he's just standing next
Look
to you
at
going,
them.
how's,
Oh.
how's it going?
Yeah, they're taller
Yeah.
than the average man, I guess, right? Like
Yeah, well, our kids go, this looks like off Jurassic Park, the one that hunts you.
yeah.
Like you don't want two or three of them around you because if they can't get any frogs or little lizards or snakes, they might look at you and go, hmm. Well,
Uh,
we saw him take off. He takes off. He looks like it's hard for him to take off. He's a
yeah.
big
Oh,
bird.
I'll
He's
bet.
huge. And he was blue. The one we saw was blue and
I just shot a
very,
blue one.
yeah, he's very shy. And he had a black band around his neck. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Um, and it was when we were helping our horses. Our horses were having a, two horses were having a problem on this hill, the hill that's named the same as yours.
Mm.
That's very amazing, very
Wow.
amazing. Yeah, look, it sounds all weird, but what I'm attempting to do is so you have all the news and all the serious stuff that's on TV, right? So all that
Yeah.
stuff. And then you have this jibber jabber talk with Mila and I. And this stuff makes so much more sense to Mila and I
Yeah.
that when we look at the news or what's actually going on in society, that looks like crazy to us. Like it looks so insane. And so we've literally done this. We've shifted it in our reality. And so someone will say, "Oh, you can't do this because this is happening in the news," and da, 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 da. And I'll say, "No, we just had five kangaroos on our east. We're going. We got to go and do this now." Like
Yeah.
it's got nothing to do with what's in the news. We just had five kangaroos. So I've got to go and do whatever I've got to do now because of the kangaroos. It's not because of what I saw in the news.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Same.
Or you have a skunk or you have a grasshopper. You following what is presenting to you as gifts in the now.
Yeah.
See, the news is a creation and cloning a lot of info because you'll see when they do. Oh, they do it a lot on TikTok and stuff where they'll show all the different newsreaders around the world saying the same dialect,
Yeah.
the same sentence,
Yeah.
and they're all saying it at once. It's creepy. Wow, it's so
Oh,
creepy. And they'll have
weird.
like, yeah, they'll have like 20 different TV screens with different newsreaders all around the world saying the same thing. But Mila doesn't do it like that. Mila goes, I just had skunk.
Yeah.
I just did a session and now I've got to go and do this. I'm sorry because I know I said
Right.
I was going to do this, but I got to change and do this because we just had skunk and I just did a session and then Maddie said this. Look what Maddie just said. So see how that becomes your reality? I'm sort
Yeah.
of giving examples of what we do, Mila. So
Yeah.
because then we come back to the news and Mila and I look at that like it's a foreign language.
Yeah. 100%. The reason I
Yeah,
had
that's
that
not.
shocked look, I got to tell you really quickly.
Yeah, go.
I was gonna say, yeah, like something came into my awareness, and it was only because I made a joke about why was six afraid of seven? Because seven, eight, nine. Um, right? It's because seven, eight, nine. Yum yum. Get it?
No, that's a thing.
Right. Okay, there's one more thing. So then someone said, did you know about six, seven? The whole thing about six, seven. And six, seven things all over. And that popped into my head just as I looked, and there were 67 people in the audience. Just as I said
What's
that.
six
And
seven? Tell me what 6 7 is.
it's okay. What it really is and what people say it is are two different things. I'm going to tell you what it really is. It's a prime example of how whoever they is, whoever has the joystick today is who they is, right? Is guiding collectively in a mass consciousness way, manifesting something, creating a truth. What it's like the big if you type in now it's 6-7 is what people are writing it as, I guess. And if you type it in, you'll get like a million results. I didn't click on any of them. So I'm not that educated with what it means in pop culture, but I got what Spirit told me, and that was all I needed. Just as you were just saying, Elsa, is that I don't, and I'm sure a lot of people will know what that means. And there's things for them that has something to do with in interacting with the world around them. For me, that's what Spirit answered. They said it's another just like okay, why did they push so hard for us, they, whoever they is, it's not a bad guy, good guy story either, you know. Um, but whoever they were in social studies. In order to get a passing grade, you needed to bring in a news article every week. You needed to show you had access to the newspaper. And you didn't even need to read it, it turned out. Like, I mean, they probably should have checked, but this was a conditioned thing. That's classical conditioning. They're teaching us to need to do this to, well, like through repetition, it becomes your regular norm, right? So everyone will tune in to the 5 o'clock news or the 10 o'clock news or whatever the o'clock is and check in the global pulse and decide what the reality is going to be like tomorrow. And that's the same thing we were just talking about. We get these through our clairs too. You'll have a thought. A thought will arrive and you will decide about it. Most of us don't realize for a long time that it's a choice whether or not we're going to engage in that thought, that that thought's not actually originating inside. It's coming from out here. Just as our really great analogies come from intuition, you can see it. You're like, wow, why did I come up with that really cool? That's your, that's channeling. We are all channels and we constantly channel. Anyhow, we also constantly manifest. And if you're tuning in and deciding on someone else's reality based on the news or the global pulse, then everyone will join in and consent, whether they realize that's what they're doing or not, right? And this is an example of it. This is choosing to steer individuals and guide them down a specific rabbit hole or, like a the opposite of the good red road is the yellow brick road.
Ozarks. Okay. So Mila said it comes in as a message, right? Which
Mhm.
so that's white stallion. But you have to be in the black one to
Yeah.
allow it in. And then it's going to work through your body, through the yellow and the red. And then the cycle starts again. And this is your compass. And so this is the four humours. This is why they would check the four humours of you, because with the black, it is a choice point, because this is bile, this is spleen, this is the the chessboard inside. This is why the spleen is the super organ, because the spleen you can cut a bit off the spleen and he'll keep growing.
Hmm.
He's great. He is a super being, and that is inside us. So we are super beings. We are great. We can heal ourselves, but you have to have a choice point of that.
Yeah.
Now, choice point is like a compass, right? Or you can't if you're believing over here, it's potential that you could also believe over there. But you have to choose to do it, and they know this.
Compass. And you had written
Compass, compass.
bile, phlegm,
Yep,
yellow liquid. That's pus.
compass. It comes past us. It creates pus in us.
And pus
And
is foreign alien DNA.
it's
It's
wet
it's
stuff.
parasites.
Yeah, but it's also good stuff as well. Like the ones inside us that have been taking over the host a bit, also given us great intelligence.
Right.
So, um, who's to blame in this? Who can I blame, Mila? Just
Right.
want to go out with my shaft and whack someone on the head. But you can't because they're
No.
embodied in us. That's why people can't work out why would they spray all this stuff in our skies? Why would they create EMF? Why would they create all this destruction? They're sheltered in us.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt them. It hurts the outer layers, but it doesn't hurt the guys inside. But
Right.
our ego doesn't want to go, hang on, something that I can't even see or is smaller than a cell is running us,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is them. That's ego, because ego isn't a natural instinct of us.
Hmm.
Like it's natural to feel proud like an animal, like a lion, and you want to roar, or you're like a peacock, you want to show off your feathers because I've just cleaned them. I went for a wash. I'm going to show my feathers off.
I'm
Like
so
it's
pretty.
yeah, yeah. It's funny because always the female ones, they're not usually as colorful, and they're like, oh, you know what?
Yep.
I've been sitting on this egg for ages. I don't really care about the whole color thing. You can go do your dance, do your
It's only
dance.
humans that put lipstick on the girls. It's the funniest thing.
Well, so yeah, so but that it this ego though. So then everyone goes, "Oh, well, I hate my ego." But you take the word ego, right, Miller?
Yeah.
And it's the ease. That's how the Dinotopia language, the footprints, ease, it goes in all compass forms. You take the ease and you go with it. But if you attach it together, ego, that's coming from someone else.
Yeah.
Whereas if you let the ease go, it becomes the way. It's the ease way.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
It so
And that's mainstream. Mainstream is the main flow of water.
yeah,
And
but you can't blame it. You can't go, oh,
right.
I'm unhappy because of mainstream. Well, that's great, but you know, get over it. You have to literally get over it, or you're gonna drown.
Right.
So you go, okay, well, I have an ego, I have ones inside, and then there's all the stuff going in public, and you literally have to come back to this the horseman thing, and you have to rise above it. And when you rise above it, you realize prison is just a prism. It's just the same. It's the same word. It's just seeing. It's the slit theory. It's just seeing it from a different angle or angel, and then you get to run your ship better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but you have to if you're still in that feeling that you have to blame someone, you might have to have like if you
Exactly.
can notice that you're blaming someone, this is a really good spot because you're now witnessing yourself. If you can't noticing that you're blaming someone, you might have a few more lessons to go through.
Right. Right. And
'Cause-
that's not a bad thing exactly. It's useful to know the facts, to have the
yeah.
facts, you
Well,
know?
the even having those experiences, because you just talked about sometimes you do have to go. You never know who you're going to meet. Maybe you're going to meet your next husband or your wife, like or the love of your life, or a new best friend. Or you're going to meet the pet, or you're going to go to a different land. So there's no badness of it. Like it's just this is the way you're going to do it. But you just have to follow you. When you start following someone else, you literally start fragmenting yourself and
Yeah.
creating dead cells in your body, and these become decay, and then these turn into that C word and all that stuff
Right.
because you fragment.
And you'll notice what it is that here's a fun experiment and it doesn't hurt in any way,
Doesn't hurt. Good.
right? I mean, I've also discovered that a lot of people who have nut allergies do just fine without using black walnut. Um, There's other things too. The main three that you'll hear a lot are wormwood, black walnut, and whole clove. Like I'll make clove water from whole cloves. You want the sticky ones if you can get them, by the way, if anyone's wondering.
Sticky.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, when they're really dry, they're just old, so they don't have as much the cloves.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Usually like the McCormick seasoning on the shelf at the store aren't going to be sticky, you know. Anyhow, you put them in water, glass container if possible, with a lid of some kind of covering, and put it in the window for at least 3 days and have a mouthful or a sip of it every day. Um, and wormwood, you only need a pinch of it. That stuff is bitter. You feel it in your cheeks immediately. Like it's that the wormwood addresses the mature parasites, the clove addresses the infants. And if you do it long enough, you're going to address the ones in between with that the black walnut usually addresses, right? Okay, and then after 7 days of doing this every day, you don't need a whole lot. This is just my experience. This is my personal experiment that I just recently did. After 7 days, I all of a sudden had no desire for sugar or grain.
Sugar, really? Sugar and starch.
Yeah, all of a
There
sudden,
you go. There you go.
and I could tell I was being steered before
Food,
because, right?
food of the gods. Food. It's not food for. It's food for the gods. For.
Right, right.
So you have mother, father, the two. Then you have son, and then you go. The son then creates. So you create four,
Right.
and then you act. And yeah, it's very interesting if you are having others in there that when like the studies we've done with parasites and viruses is that they can literally run you.
Yeah, like
And
drive your vehicle, like
oh yeah,
physically move.
yeah,
I've seen this in
not just
grasshoppers
humans.
recently.
Yeah, and ants and different species, and they're so
You said ants.
intelligent.
Sorry, go
Shh.
on. Different intelligence.
Yeah, but they can make you go dormant and sleep and fall asleep,
Sorry.
and they can make you have amnesia.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can block your vision.
Mhm.
Like I'm pretty sure probably that's why I'm wearing glasses. Yes, it's because probably I'm editing on a computer screen, but at certain ages in us as humans, they your hormone level kicks in, and then they triggers them to a different stage.
Yeah.
They're so some of them stay dormant in you for 40 years.
Yeah.
Then you get menopause.
Right.
Yeah, there's no such thing as menopause. It's these dudes.
Right.
You can turn it around, but first then you got to do your belief system, then you got to do the cleanses, and it's a process. It's not something that happens in a little while because you got to let go of a lot of stuff.
Right.
Yeah. But in saying that, I think the ones who have been doing all this work for a long time are here to not give others a shortcut or anything like that, but they're going to fast track it for them.
Right. You just
Like
inspired this. Oh, sorry. Excuse
you've been going through this for a long time, Mila. Like you've known stuff since you were a kid, right? So you've been doing this whole thing for a long time. Whereas someone that's just coming into it right now, they can hear you, they can hear, like, I'm impressed how fast they can, like, this stuff's taken me my whole life and someone gets it in a couple of weeks. I'm
All
so
right.
jealous. I'm like,
Right.
what? But it's like
Yeah.
something about the genetics of me, the genetics of you. We were supposed to sit with it longer,
Yeah.
maybe to ingrain it a bit differently so that when the masses do come through, which is what's going to be happening, they'll fast track. They'll get it quicker than we will.
It's already happening. You can see it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah,
so
you can see
cool.
it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. They said that was gonna. I remember they were like they give a visual of awakening with water all the time. It's always water-based waves and stuff. And like remember, in fact, we did a show about it when I was still in Washington. I remember drawing the dam for you so you can see the chink in the dam where the
Yeah, the
water's
dams
coming
are,
out.
yeah, yeah.
And
Oh, yeah,
uh,
then it like breaks open. You think that's
yeah, I
where.
still have that notebook right here. That's my. I wonder if I still have that. Anyway,
Mm,
um, is that what's happening is that first people have been trying to take a drink, like those of us. We've been going up to like the pool or the watering fountain and getting a sip here and there, and then walking away and digesting it and integrating it over time. All kinds of different deciding about it, where now people are walking up and trying to get a sip of water from first it was like a fire hydrant and now the dam itself, yeah, that's blazing water, right? But now the dam itself is broken open and people are trying to get a sip from
yeah, and they
this,
just like whoosh.
right? What's
Yeah.
really cool to see is how many, I guess I thought it was, um, so many people are able to integrate that. You know, that's the
It's a great
judgment.
flood.
Yeah. And so many use this judgment, this chronological judgment. They'll say, well, this person's new. When you ask when your awakening was, people sometimes think that has something to do with your place in the
Yeah, you get like a
awakening world.
badge.
Right. Oh, I've been doing this since I was 4. Yeah. I've been doing this since I was 4 and I'm only this far. Right? Like, but look at you, this person 3 months ago, 6 weeks ago, whatever,
Mm,
you know, they are able to do this. What we've been doing is taken
quickly.
us decades. They can
Yeah.
do it now,
Mm,
and yeah, there is some stuff about that because it's kind of like if you're doing the school system kind of idea, if you take a child who is gifted in an intellectual way and progress them forward through the grade, there's this lack that they have. They don't have the maturity, the emotional maturity, and
yeah.
things like that to really spend. And so it's the same concept. I'm not saying these people are immature. It's just that they have all of the
Well, they'll
stuff that,
have to go back. Yeah, so they go back. They get. Yeah, so there's no. Like that's what it's so that, isn't it? Like there's no right or wrong. Um, it's just they might have a relapse
yeah, yeah, right.
because when you yeah it see I that's why I can hold ground. Like when you hear people say holding space, I can hold ground with my feeling
Yeah,
because that's if I don't do that, I'm not Elsa. Like there's really no point me being here.
right.
That's as dramatic as I get. They go, yeah, but you have no money. Oh, you have no food. You have no this. You have no. I said, well, if I can't do that, there's no point.
Yeah, yeah,
That's how serious it gets, and that's because it has taken me to that point.
yeah,
And finances, health, loved ones, it goes for all of them. It really does. They call it the seven veils, I think, where they take you to rock bottom or the dark night of the soul.
yeah.
And everyone's journey of that will be different. And the speed of it, like you said, Mila, like you said, it could be just like, I really wish, I'm so glad I didn't do Dark Night of the Soul like that because that would be, it's like,
Dude,
oh my
talk
God,
about pulling the
that was
Band-Aid
hard.
off in one go. That's like a whole body
Ow.
Band-Aid.
Ow. But like, they might not experience it like that because my cells in my body are meant to do it this way.
Yeah,
And Mila's are meant to do it. Whereas they're like, oh, yeah, that was not so bad. But then they might find other things
right.
difficult. So,
Yeah, where we talk
yeah.
about 5-year Dark Night of the Soul, they're like, Tuesday sucked.
You're like, what? Tuesday? What do you
Yeah.
mean Tuesday? I had 5 years of Tuesdays.
Speaking of, by the way, tomorrow for us and where Elsa is now, today's Tuesday. It's 222 today for Elsa. So it's
Yeah.
Tuesday. I,
Oh, that's so
yeah,
cute.
the
Okay,
very
so
first group I did where it was like people from the channel. I was doing practice Zoom meetings with like Guardian and Mandolin and Jacques Marie. It was like that was our um uh um and we and Rita and we um started to do the Zoom meetings where it was a group on Tuesday. Spirit's like, you got to do it. I mean, come on, you can't push it off anymore. So I agreed and I went to set it up. And it was on a Tuesday in the week and on February 22nd. So we're at the anniversary of doing Zoom meetings together as a group. Isn't that fun?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this was a big turning point this date for us. Big craft on this date too. In a photo shoot, it was actually in probably one of our last big fashion shoot things. It was for the cover of Arise. It was called Arise. Then we
Arise.
went into lockdown after this date. Yeah, Arise. That was the name. Arise. Yeah. And this date now is 10/6. So it's the 1/6. So it's 7. It's the ones see the mark of themselves. So it's
Heaven.
heaven. And this is
Just as
what
you
they're
said that, it went
asking.
to 71 viewers.
Well, they want us to see the um, the even of us, and to to see the even of us. It's heaven, so it's to see he in Eve, and they want us to see. So it's yin and yang, and they want to see us see the balance, the horizon, her eyes in. They want you to be present in you so that you see the rise and set,
Yeah.
the whole circle. And they want us to be balanced. And this is what they're asking us to do. And they've tricked us with so many things to distract us to stop this process.
Yeah.
And the reason that they didn't know when they could prophesize about this year coming, but they couldn't say it was exactly going to happen because
Right.
it was a near miss. And a
Right.
near miss is Atlas coming past. It it did miss us. It did come near. And it is the Three Kings, and it is the Bible, and it's that, and it's that, and it's the Hopis, and it's the animals. It's all the stories in us.
Yeah.
It's not just what's going on in your reality.
How do you say that? Equine? Equine? Isn't that like a type of, isn't that
Equal,
how do you say the horse word?
equine. Equine
Equine.
is equal in ones. It
Yeah.
means we've been stood up and we felt like we've left behind or abandoned, and a lot of us feel alone, like the kangaroo stood up. But the kangaroo, we all know, is really a deer.
Yeah.
And a reindeer just came past.
That's
And
awesome.
now we have to embody the four um, hooves again. So
Yeah.
we respin and we go back through the journey of the Industrial Revolution. And the horse brought us here. If it wasn't for the horse, we wouldn't be here. So now we go back, we follow the trail. This is what horses do. They walk on the tiniest trail. Cows and all herd animals, even elephants, they all walk on a very small trail. They don't walk and squish all the grass. They walk behind each other.
Yeah.
And so they all walk on the same trail. So they travel lands that they've traveled before. They see their ancestors' bones on the way and they remember.
And they remember.
Yeah. But they all, and they put one foot in front of the other. And this is what we're doing now. We have to put one foot in front of the other and remember who we are, remember how we got here, and get on with the show.
Yeah.
We have to become, where did I write it? We have to be, um, you can be cyst. You can act the cysts.
Huh.
Or you can act set. And to act set, you're acting the dog or Anubis, or the god in us. That's what set is. or whale, or set is a lot of species, not just one. I mean, if you get stuck on one timeline, it's only that one. But so once you realize that you are a she wolf or a he wolf or a werewolf because you've been wearing it,
Uh,
but you're also ant energy. So now you got to wear ant energy and wolf and walk it forward and just keep doing you, which is sheep.
you.
And
I get that.
it's not,
You. Yeah.
which is Sheba. Keep doing you. Be the shepherd in you, the wolf and the shepherd. Like in the paddock next door, this dog that looks after the sheep looks like a wolf.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're best friends. He's sheep, he's family. And he looks after him. He barks all night long. And he protects them. So he understands them. So he doesn't look at them as food, he looks at them as friends. So he understands he can eat them though too.
I just saw a meme. It was a picture of a snake and it had a little sheep's fuzzy head hat on, tied around its neck, like it's like hiding, and it said, Mercury retrograde is happening when Venus and Mercury are in conjunction the same day as when Mercury goes retrograde. And they said, um, and the meme, it said that, and then the bottom of the meme said, um, don't date your ex or something like that. And like, because it was a snake in sheep's clothing was the meme instead of a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Don't date your ex.
Yeah.
So don't date your ex is it keeps coming back the same message every time I hear Miller, the same code. I keep getting the same message is don't date your ex. Don't date your compass.
That's compass
Don't
again.
date your
Okay.
don't date your compass. Date is um yeah, don't that was so this is today and this is what you're doing today, and then tomorrow when the sun rises you do something different.
Right.
And then the next day you follow your intuition and you do something. And people go, but how will I make any money? So you're doubting it, right? You're doubting it. You're dating it.
I like that. Yeah.
Don't date it. Don't doubt it. Just keep going and start getting in the flow of it so that you can then start weave ease and grace through what's going on in the chaos around you, and then it would just fall away from you. They can't be in your presence literally because you'll be vibrating at such a way that that's like your force field. That's what Atlas came by to show you. Do it your way. He's
Right.
like that song by Frank Sinatra. I did it my way. That's and
Right.
then you got the other song. I think it's Aretha Franklin saying "At last." Just like, really, are you making fun of us now? Like
Right.
that's what you have to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even another Frank Sinatra song is "High Hopes," and they say the ant can't move the rubber tree. But the ant can. The ant doesn't know he can't move it. He's just going to move it. He doesn't really listen to what you say. And that then comes back to, listening to the medicine mans and the doctor.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that word means, you don't have that illness.
Right. You brought up
Yeah.
something else. There's five things, but just while I'm talking, I'm going to also bring up the compass that's in this old 1593 or whatever map, is that they show 13 astrological signs below, and then at the chronosphere they show 13 more above. There's code inside of code in a lot of these things, you
So
know.
two compasses.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the equator line, the way that it's drawn, assumes that it truly does. Assumes that this is a flat plane. There should
So
be some.
equator is E quakes her.
Ooh,
Yeah. So equates her. So vibrates her.
Right.
Yeah. Um,
Super
Mila,
fascinating.
I actually just looked at the time. It's 8:08. Oh
You
my
got to
gosh.
get going.
It's 2:22 on 8:08. And it says M. I cannot believe I'm wanting to go, but I have to go. We have a little lady coming for a puppy, so
Oh, can I say one more thing real quick?
yeah.
Is that I just happened down this rabbit hole, and I don't mean to open up a can of worms. It's just to say,
She's opening a can of worms. We're gonna have to do sequel now.
you probably is that I happened down this rabbit hole just before we started today, about where so a mighty tree will not absorb the mass that's assumed. You expect that the way that a 1,000 pound tree would become 1,000 pounds was that it would derive it from the soil beneath. However, when weighed and measured and then weighed again, only a few ounces of of soil is gone after the tree's grown far beyond its, horizon. And this implies that instead, the stuff that you're talking about, that yin yang, the stuff in between, because there's she and he, and then there's golden child and the Christos, right?
Yeah, yeah,
This is the time we're in. That's the plasma. That's the you.
yeah.
And it implies that a tree can grow to its size not from outside resources that can be seen, though there must be in order to contain and obtain that mass. And that's done through drawing in plasma.
Which
So when
is
go on.
plasma. Plasma is tar, another word for tar, which is stardust, literally a dust off a star with energy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and sometimes a lot of the time it's frozen until it lands here.
right.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's what we literally are each day. You can say I'm not changing, but the cosmos goes, that's so cute. They think that because we've just dumped a whole heap of reindeer on them. So
Yeah,
a lot of rain, of tar on us. So
yeah, yeah,
yes, you can't not change. That's why we change
yeah,
annually.
right. And some parts of you change or fully heal and rejuvenate within 7 days.
Mm.
You know,
And it
it's just,
lands, like you said, Mila, in the crown area, which is Anu, Anu, and then it embodies in us and all of us. This is the word annual. This is what it means. It comes into our head first,
yeah,
and then it attacks, well, not attacks, but it challenges your throat chakra. Then it gets embodied. Then whatever you don't need then comes up or leaves through your digestive tract or comes up, back up through your lungs. Yeah.
yeah,
But it's got to come out somewhere.
right. Yeah.
You said
And
can of worms, really?
yeah.
Oh, look,
So lastly, for anyone who's wondering, we are having another comment. That's true. It's called A1C 2026. Yes, we're expecting to have it slam into the sun on the 4/4 portal, April 4th. That is something that's true, but it's not scary. It just shows us we're going to be receiving more plasma soon. So it's going to be helping us in a lot of different ways. And that's that's the sneak peek to uh the next installation of Elsa and Mila talk about random stuff. But
or maybe
I
we
love
should do a sequel. Like,
we
we
totally
haven't
should.
done that before. We got part A and part B.
Well, this
Yeah.
one's actually called 2.0 because we started before and it didn't work. So we should call it 3.0.
Oh, 3.0 was the program that wouldn't load to StreamYard.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll
Thank
thank you,
you.
Mila. Thank you to the audience too. Thank you so much, Mila.
Yeah, this was fun. I look forward to talking to you again. And thank you everybody for joining. I will see you tomorrow, my regular live Q&A. And I'm sending you all so much love, and I'll talk to you soon. Aho bless.